Hey guys, it's Ben from My Sports Stop here with Richie Donnell. Our scouting report today is on Cam Robinson, tackle from Alabama. The last couple of years we've seen a lot of offensive linemen from Alabama come out, but this is the guy we've been waiting for.
Yeah, since day one, he's come into Alabama and solidified himself as that left tackle. When he did arrive, they didn't really have anybody, so they thought, well, we're going to throw the young guy to the fire and see what happens, but he responded well. They've been to 3 national championships since adding him, 6'6", 310 pounds, just a huge individual.
Yeah.
And what sets him apart, too, is he comes from a system where he does have to pass block and run block, and even though his run blocking is probably a little bit more due to Alabama's system, he has to do a good job of keeping the quarterback clean because Alabama, as we know, doesn't necessarily have the best quarterbacks, and this year probably having their most mobile quarterback. In year past, they've kind of had that standstill pocket passer.
Yeah, he has the true ideal size and frame for a left tackle in the NFL. His athleticism's on point as well, and he has great footwork.
Right, and what's going to be interesting to see is how fast he is. You know, with linemen, we don't really necessarily care about the 40, but it's that 10-yard split that you want because that's really what you look at, because he's going to have to be able to get up to that next level in certain occasions where he's got to be able to get to a linebacker and be able to block that edge. And I think that if he's going to have one of the fastest 10-yard splits, I think, of all the linemen there. Like you said, he's just a great athlete who does everything, and he's the elite tackle prospect in this class.
And he had a game against Texas A&M, against maybe the top prospect of the draft, Myles Garrett, and he stood his ground. He had a great game.
Right, and I think that a lot of people are going to look at that film and look at how he was able to handle Myles Garrett, because when you have 2 prospects that are elite like that, similar to a couple of years ago, like Bradley Roby was criticized for Jared Aberdeen's having a big game against him. We see how Roby has responded, but it's going to be a similar situation with Garrett and Robinson, and that's kind of, I think, what people are going to look at and consider him an elite prospect.
And the downside on Robinson is people talk about his athleticism and size and stuff, but as far as his technicals and his fundamentals go, he's not completely sound on that.
Right.
But I think it's something that can be worked on in the NFL.
Right. When you have a player who's such a great athlete, you can teach the techniques. But in certain situations, you can't teach that elite athleticism.
Yeah. So I have him compared to a really good left tackle, Trent Williams. He's been starting at pretty much at left tackle ever since he got to Washington, and he's been a consistent Pro Bowler, protecting guys, like Kirk Cousins.
Right. And that's a very good comparison, because Trent Williams at Oklahoma, same situation. They're more of a running team, but their quarterbacks are standstill quarterbacks, and that's going to be the same situation with Cam Robinson.
Right. So where do you see him going in the first round?
Yeah, it's going to be really weird with the top of the draft. I think that, Chicago is a team that needs a left tackle. Whether or not they decide to take him at number 3 is still to be determined. I don't know if he's quite that an elite of a prospect yet, but I think he's somebody who's definitely going to have a top 10 grade.
Okay.
But it's just going to depend on how the board falls with teams that need those left tackles.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy to keep an eye on at the combine. He could really raise his stock, make him a top 15, top 10 pick. But right now, I think, looking at number 20 with Denver, they're going to move on from Russell Okung, so they're going to be in the market for a left tackle. Possibly the Giants at number 23 at another lineman there. Or the Houston Texans at 25. So I think Cam Robinson could go anywhere from the mid to late first round.
Right.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to go on our website, mysportstop.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more original videos.